because right now I have the stock one. Even though I really like it, I think I should put it on. So I ordered a Fender Eliminator. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. As some of you may know, I've been thinking about putting a Fender Eliminator on my bike because right now I have the stock one. Even though I really like it, I think I should put it on. So I ordered a Fender Eliminator by B.Poetique. But before I start this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But let's get into it. I'm about to install this Fender Eliminator. I'm nervous. I'm nervous and excited at the same time. So let's get into it after I eat my ice cream sandwich because it's hot. This is how it came wrapped. Let's see what's inside. So this is everything that came in the packaging. They know how to wrap some parts up. I will say that. Like, the last part that I got from them was my frame sliders, and they wrapped them up really good. And they also did the same with this. But anyway, it came with the plate light. This is the Fender Eliminator. That's the one I have now. And let me see if I can hold this right. And this is the new one. So in comparison, that's what I'm getting. It also came with screws and bolts. This is the reflector piece for the plate. And I'm glad that I don't have to do anything with my brake light because it's not connected to the Fender, which is great. So let's start putting this together. All right, I took my seats off, my seat cowl, took the screws out of the main seat because I have to remove these two screws. This one is giving me a problem right now, so I'm gonna have to get that one off. But those two screws, these screws, put that up there. I have to take these screws out because I have to take this piece off to access this screw that's connected to the Fender because there is no access point from the bottom. So let's get all that out. All right, so I got one side done. This screw is out. There's also this screw, but then there was a little one right here that has to come off as well. Now I have to do this tough one and then that little screw right there. After you get those off, you have to take off the screw. That's like all of this is connected. So you gotta take out this screw that's connected to the tank and then pull it. And you're gonna hear like little snaps. That's these, clear up, that's these Velcro things. So you didn't break anything, trust me. There's also a small screw underneath that you gotta take out to get this piece off. This little piece has so many screws, so many. When you take the side piece off, this is what it looks like. You can take this apart. I just kept it together. Those Velcro pieces I was talking about are right here. Also, I can access those two. All of that for those two screws, bruh. What was meant to be an hour, maybe hour and a half project is turning into longer than it should be because I have, once again, it's always one screw. I have one screw that's stuck. Whoever was on the left side of my bike during manufacture, they put them screws in way too tight. The right side, easy breezy. The left, oh my God. And I think I'm gonna have to, I think I have an extra screw. But bruh, like, this is turning into a whole nother project. So I need a kit to get the screw out because no other methods are working. I don't use WD-40, different, what's it called? Hammering the screwdriver in, like, finally got the screw out. We had to get some heavy duty things to turn this into a flat head because it just would not come out. But I do have a replacement screw for it, and I have replacement OEM screws coming, so let's get it. Now that I got this irritating screw out and the fender, I mean not the fender, and the fairing off, I have to unplug the lights that connect to the fender. This is the signals and the plate light. So I'm gonna unplug these so I can just pull the fender off and take it apart. The light housing is also connected to this little, this little thing here. Just slide it out. I promise you're not gonna break nothing. It slides in and out of this little thing. Now I am going to remove this little black screw that's on the bottom of the bike. It's the little plastic one that I showed you all earlier. I'm holding on to it because I want to put it back into the piece of the fairing that it goes with. So I'm taking this part of the fairing off very carefully because I do not want you all to crack the fairing trying to take it off. So just a little finesse, it'll come off. Now I'm going to put the screw back into the fairing because since it's not metal, I cannot put it with the rest of the screws that are metal in my metal magnetic tray that I'm just keeping all the screws in so I don't lose them. So hold on to it, put it back in the fairing, or just make sure you know where it is. Now I have to use a ratchet and a socket to remove the bolts that hold the fender onto the bike. I removed the fender, but I have to free up the wire for the signals. I gotta take these screws off those to free up those wires. Let's take all of this apart. Here is the new fender. Just put it up against the bike to line it up. See how it looks. Nice. All right, let's put it on. After this, I realized that it was easier to put the signals and the plate light on if the fender was not on the bike. But you can do it either way. I did it with the fender on the bike, but it's definitely easier if it's not on the bike yet. All right, I got all of the screws out except this one because it's stubborn. However, there were these little hooks that attached the fender to the end. I just unhooked those to free up the wires because the wires are stored along the sides of this. So I got one off, and this is what the signal looks like. So I'm gonna show y'all how to put the other one on step by step. In total for the fender, I had to take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one was supposed to come out, but it didn't want to. So 7. There was one there. 8, 9. And I think that was it. Yeah, just those 9. And this top piece, well, that piece comes off. This top piece comes off because that's where the wires live. And that's all the screws that had to come off for the fender. I wanted to listen to some music, so there will be no background ASMR. I know how much you guys like that. Here I have the rubber piece that was on the original fender. And then that rubber piece also comes with this metal piece that goes up against the wire and inside of the rubber piece. And after that, there's a screw that goes into the metal piece. So I'm just showing you guys this so you know the order of things. Now I'm going to slide the signal into the new fender, and there's a lip on the little rubber piece. So I just took the metal piece out and the screw out, and I put the lip of the rubber piece inside of the new fender. It fits perfectly. You shouldn't have any problems. Now I'm going to take the metal piece, put it up against the wire and into the rubber piece to secure the signal inside of the rubber piece. After that, I'm going to put the screw into the metal piece and it will be affixed to the fender. It's also important to know that I did use tools to tighten down all of the screws and bolts after I screwed them in with my hands. Now I have to put the wires back into the bike. I changed the direction that I put the wires in towards the end, and I'll show you why. But the wires, of course, have to go back into the bike so that they can be flush up against the fender and it won't be wires hanging underneath the tail of your bike. Now it's time to put the plate light on. There's a little hole at the top of the fender for the wire of the plate light. So we're going to slip that in. And then there's 2 screws that screw into the back of the plate light to affix it to the fender. Remember earlier when I said that it would be easier to put the fender together before you put it on the bike? Well, everything that I did moving forward is the reason why I said that. It was just harder to screw everything in with the fender being on the bike, and I had to use extra vision to be able to just see everything. So if you do it, you could do it either way, but it is easier, again, to do it when the fender is not on the bike. Needless to say, yes, I took the fender back off because I was not about to stress myself out. I want to do the tie downs. I don't know if they're called, I think they're just clips, cord clips that B.Poetique provides with the, oh God, I hate that sound, provides with the kit. So I'm gonna show y'all what that is. I'm not taking it all the way off though. Okay, so they give you these cord clips so that you can make the cords flush to the Fender Eliminator. So I put one on and I'm gonna put another for the other signal, and I may do one for the light as well to this one. So let's see how that turns out. B.Poetique also provides very, very small screws. Like, they're the smallest screws in the pack. They provide the screws for the clips that I'm installing now. And I almost forgot, this is what the screw and clip looks like. I'll clear up. This is the clip, and the screw is really small. This is the screw. Here is my setup. I have a clip there for the right signal, clip here for the left signal, there for the plate light, and let's see if I can get this side, there for the plate light. So 2 clips there, one here, and one on the right side. Since you're not using the LED light that came with the bike, the OEM one, B.Poetique provided not only the LED light that is there, right here, they also provided the connectivity cable to connect to the bike. So green with red and like this reddish pink color goes with the black. All right, so I switched up the placement for my signal to just put it up through here because the fender goes here and snaps into here. So I figured it would be better to put the wires through this hole. I'm gonna straighten out this wire though because I don't like how it's like twisted there. So almost done. Okay, so I have connected all of the cables because I do want to see if the lights and the LED light works. So here is the moment of truth. Left signal, right signal. Yes. So if y'all know me, my last bike, I had a situation where the battery, not the battery, but a circuit blew when I was installing the LED light. So I'm glad that now I got it to work. Okay, so now since it works, I'm going to tidy up these cords so that it looks neat again underneath my seat because it looks a hot mess right now. My plate is a little big for the B.Poetique mount. However, and I'm talking about the holes, like they don't line up. B.Poetique thought about everything and they provided these adjusters so that you can put them on the mount and mount your plate. So I'm gonna put these on. All right, so flat part of the screw there, and the nut goes on the back. There, and screw nut on the back. And the screws also come with the kit, with the Fender Eliminator. All right, so I'm gonna adjust it to my plate. I'm not gonna let y'all in my business to know what my plate number is and everything, but that is how you put the plate mount adjuster on. Here she is. This Fender Eliminator looks so good, and I'm really satisfied with B.Poetique because not only is the Fender Eliminator like high quality, they gave me absolutely everything that I needed. Everything. But if you enjoyed this content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I hope I explained everything clearly. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.